Hi, this is Jessica Baek. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So when this goes up, it'll be Friday. So I think I'm just gonna name it F It Friday or something. But I'm gonna do my story time. Like I said, I'm gonna do a story time every Friday. So this week is, what was it? Oh, Ghost Assassin. It was Ghost Assassin. So, I'm gonna tell you about the time, which was actually really recently. It was like 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, where a ghost tried to freaking kill me in my room. So, stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, so I moved into my house, or my mom's house. I bought it, but I bought it from my mom and my little brother. But we moved in like January 24th. It's a brand new house. It's brand new build. Nobody's ever lived in it. Nobody's ever lived in it, right? So nobody's died here or anything like that. So there shouldn't be anything trying to kill me, right? But a couple months ago, I had bought some stuff. Bought some candles for some candle magic, and I placed it's still here. You guys see it in my videos sometimes. I placed my self-love candle on my nightstand because I was gonna burn that first, right? But I had a prosperity candle, and I placed it on my shelf that's to the right of me. Hold on. This right here. Right. I placed it right there. And all of a sudden, one night, it was a very good night. Like, the whole day had been great the day before, right? So I had work. I ended up getting off work early. At the time, the dude I was talking to had bought me dinner and had it delivered to my house because I wasn't gonna cook. I was tired. Even though I got off early, I still worked a 9-hour shift. So like I was dead tired. I was hanging out with my mom. It was a good day. We didn't have any fights. We didn't have any arguments. Didn't have any disagreements. She had made my favorite cake, which is spice cake, by the way. She had made my favorite cake. My little brother James was chilling out. He was talking to me. He was saying my name, which was amazing because my little brother hates saying my name. He refuses to say my name on a regular basis. And so, like, it was an overall good day, right? I had gotten registered for my classes that were coming up. It was easy. I found out I got a little bit of financial aid. Just a little bit. Found out my waiver for my student loans, like, was extended. Like, it was a great, amazing day. And this is creepy because it looks like Fuzzy Wuzzy is moving. You just want to be on camera. But I go to sleep, and this is how I know. I should have known something was going to happen, right? I'm an insomniac. And it's actually a medical condition. My brain doesn't produce melatonin at the same amount a normal brain would. So I have a very difficult time going to sleep. Well, I was sleepy at like 10 o'clock at night. My room was clean, my bed was made, like my little brother was gonna sleep in my mom's room, and have like a little slumber party, because they were watching Food Wars, the anime on Netflix. And so I was like, alright, great, I could just do me, I'll be fine. I had saged my house the night before, like 2 nights before I was almost died. And my camera's wobbling again. Okay, so by the way, eventually my camera's gonna stop wobbling. I finally found a desk that was in stock and ordered it. So when my desk comes, I'm gonna put it up right away. And I won't have to deal with a wobbly ass camera anymore. Hopefully. So around, like, I went to sleep. There was no noise outside, which was amazing. Both my neighbors stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Usually they have freaking parties. They're not social distancing whatsoever. But it was quiet. Their dogs weren't barking. There was no children crying. I live in the ghetto. There was no sirens that I could hear. It was amazing. It was all amazing. But I wake up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm coughing. I cannot breathe all of a sudden. It feels like something is stuck in my throat. Like it felt like all of this was closed off and I just couldn't breathe. I'm coughing, I'm coughing. I finally stopped coughing enough that I can turn over and get to my nightstand where I usually keep a bottle of water. I reach for the bottle of water. Now, my nightstand, not my nightstand, my shelf is a good half a foot away from my bed. So even if something fell off, it wouldn't hit me in the head, right? It wouldn't come close to my head because my nightstand isn't positioned where the top of my head would go. So I'm turned to the side, drinking water, still trying to get whatever is out of, like, in my throat out. And all of a sudden, my prosperity candle falls down. And I see it, but it's not falling, like, if this is the shelf, it's not falling straight down, right? I'm right here, right? All the way over here. And it fell, and I'm looking at it, and it's coming towards me. And I, all of a sudden, just shift over. I just turn real freaking quick, and it still comes and turns again, but hits the edge of my mattress and bounces off. It bounces off and then hits my shelf. And then falls down and it doesn't even break. Now, when it falls down, it still hits my wall. But again, it doesn't break. The bottom of it is slightly chipped. And then I'm shook. I'm shaken because, like, it shouldn't have come towards my head. Even if it was on the edge of the shelf, which it wasn't, by the way. It was in the middle of my shelf. So it should have fell down and directly hit the floor, to be honest. But even if it hit my bed, it should have just hit the bed. It shouldn't have come towards my head. So I turn over and I bend down to pick up my prosperity candle and try to figure out what the freak happened, because nothing else on my shelf fell. I keep a fan on my shelf. I keep some of my K-pop merch on my shelf. There is a miniature crock pot on my shelf, and then all of my jewelry making materials, my gemstones, my gold, my pliers, like earring hooks, like they're all on my shelf. Nothing moved, nothing fell, nothing shook, nothing. And I'm looking and everything is still intact. and then I go to pick up the candle and it's slightly chipped, but it's not chipped to the point where any glass is coming off the candle, right? So I sit up and I put it on my nightstand, and as soon as I put it on my nightstand, I hear a crack, right? And all of a sudden it starts breaking from the bottom, and I look over and it's like on a ling, but I'm like, okay, well, let me get my trash can. And then all of a sudden, while I'm picking up my trash can so I can go over to my side of the bed, the other side of the bed, and put the broken glass in the trash can, I see a flash, right? And it looks like fire is being lit, like a match. I don't have any matches, okay? I have a really long lighter, and I have a collection of Zippos and things like that, but I do not have matches, right? So I look, and I swear the candle was lit, and then I get to it with my snuffer and it's not lit anymore. And then again, I'm standing in front of my nightstand and it just falls on my foot. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I left my room and I sat in the living room of my house for about 3 hours until my mother got up. And then I just went about my freaking day, right? But my mom was like, there's something wrong with you. Like at 12 or 1 in the afternoon, she's like, there's something wrong with you, Jessica. Like, what is up with you? And I'm like, I almost died today. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I told her, and she's like, huh, that's weird, because I woke up around like 4 in the morning, and I came and got some water out of the kitchen, and I was like, I should check on Jessica. And when I came to check on Jessica, or when I came to check on you, your door was locked. Well, that's really freaking weird, because I don't have a lock on my door. If you watched my interview with my mom, I can't lock my door, even if I wanted to lock my door and had a lock on my door. So there's no reason my door would be locked. So she's like, I knocked a couple times and you didn't say nothing, so I figured you were asleep. And when I wiggled the door, like, I wiggled the door hard, and I just figured you put something in front of the door. I don't know why you do that, but I mean, I was gonna talk to you about it, but when I woke up, you looked like something was wrong with you, or you were upset, so I didn't say nothing. I was like, I didn't hear no knock. Nobody knocked on my door. I was awake. And she's like, clearly you were not, because you didn't answer the door. And I'm like, I seriously did not have any knock on my door. And I don't even have furniture other than my shelf. I don't have furniture big enough to put in front of my door that my mom cannot push out of the way if she wanted to. And it definitely would have made sound. And she's like, yeah, no, there was no sound from your room. So I don't know what spirit wanted to end me that day, but they did. They tried it. Thankfully, ancestors, my grandma, my grandpa, my stepdaddy, were watching over me, and I survived. But that was the story of a ghost trying to assassinate me for whatever reason. So if you like this story, stay tuned for next week. Next Friday I'm going to do twerking at KCON, and then the one after that is Starbucks broke my shoes. So I hope you enjoyed my story, and like, comment, subscribe. If you really liked the video, share it. I greatly appreciate it. And this has been Jessica Baek. Bye!